All right, what's going on, guys? My name's Tori, and I figured, hey, let's start a YouTube channel, right? So I'm the owner of Davis Moving and Cleaning. We're located in San Antonio, Texas, and Austin, Texas. We have 2 locations. So I really want to start this channel just to connect, with other business owners, whether it's in the moving industry, cleaning industry, other adjacent industries. But if you're into moving content, I figured I'd try my hand at YouTube and, kind of just get you guys my story, hopefully help out some other business owners that are looking to get a moving company started. So what is the first thing I would do to get a moving company started? First thing I would do is to go to movinghelp.com. So I started in 2016. We've been in business for 10 years and I started on movinghelp.com. Okay, it's a great website for people who want to be business owners and are in the moving industry. So what is movinghelp.com? Basically, when people rent their trucks, U-Haul will advertise moving services and you have the potential of your company popping up as a add-on service to them getting the truck. In 2016, I was in college, trying to do my own thing. I was working for a moving company and she was paying us $10 an hour. Of course, this is way back in the day, but it was still a little bit low for back then too. I decided, hey, why not try to do my own thing? And I posted an ad on Craigslist. Actually, you can use Craigslist too, and got my first job that same day. From then on, I just kept reinvesting back into the business, and now we're doing government contracts and all type of stuff, okay? So I would highly suggest getting started on moving.com. Now, when you get signed up, there's a little bit of a waiting period, okay? It might take you a week or 2 to get approved through U-Haul's process. You got to submit like your driver's license. I think they do a background check. But once you're signed up, U-Haul will actually promote newer companies, okay? So you'll see a bunch of companies on there with, hundreds if not thousands of 5-star reviews. The good thing about U-Haul is any new company that signs up on movinghelp.com, they'll actually promote your service as like hey, here's a newer company. And just a tip, I would initially, when you're first getting started, I would put your price just a little bit lower than the competition, okay? Just so people are more incentivized to book your service, right? Because if you're the same price or a little bit more expensive than a company that has 100 or even 50 5-star reviews and they have a 5-star rating, why would they go with a company with 0, ratings on their page, right? So give a little bit of a price discount, when you're first getting started and really focus on building up your 5-star reviews, and then you can raise your price because you have social proof at that point. So step 1, get signed up for moving.com. That's what I would do. And just a side note, in my first year in 2016 on moving.com, I think we did over $90,000, okay? So movinghelp.com is a great resource for anybody getting started in the moving industry and you're just looking to get your feet wet and get some jobs flowing, okay? So movinghelp.com is the first thing I would do. The second thing I would do is get signed up for Square. What is Square? Well, basically, Square is a merchant, okay? So they allow you to process credit cards, debit cards, which is important, right? Because you have to be able to do that as a legitimate business because a lot of people don't have cash on hand, okay? So get signed up for square.com, and I'll put links in the description for everybody who's looking, to get started with these things. I don't make any affiliate commissions off this. I'm just looking to help out, potential business owners and anybody who wants to connect, in our area. So yeah, do that. Moving Help, Square.com. I would also get signed up for HireAHelper.com. HireAHelper is another labor service where you can market, labor only services. They actually do full service as well with the truck where you can provide the truck. But HireAHelper is a great resource as well for people looking to get started. And I want to make a little side note on all these things. You don't need any truck. You need very limited equipment, okay? All you need is like a dolly, a helper, and, some tools, basic tool sets, Phillips, screwdrivers and things like that to get started. So it's nearly free. And the last thing I would do is get a domain name. U-Haul, you don't necessarily need a website when you're just like immediately getting started. The reason I would get a domain name is so when you're sending out job confirmations to customers that book, it's coming from a legitimate business domain. Okay, an email, a business email. You'd be surprised on how big of a difference that can make for people seeing you as a legitimate company. Okay, so I would recommend those things. All right, my bad, team. I got cut off by a customer call in the office. I'm on duty today, so. But yeah, those are the main things I would do, okay? I would sign up for Moving Help, sign up for HireAHelper, sign up for Square for credit card processing, get yourself a domain name with an email, okay? That's like $50, not bad at all, for the year, by the way. 50 to 80 bucks, I wanna say it's for the year. Really not bad, okay? Can't be afraid to invest in your business, okay? And that's one of the cheapest investments you can make, okay? Other than that, everything else is pretty much free. Of course, U-Haul and Hire Helper, they're gonna make their commission, right? Because they're advertising your services. I think U-Haul's 15%. Hire Helper is actually pretty substantial. I forget what the commission rate for Hire Helper is, but you know, for starting a business and getting your name out into the market, that's probably the easiest and best way to start your moving company, okay? So if you guys have any questions, I'm happy to help. You can reach me on Instagram at Tori Isaiah. You can follow Moving Company on Instagram at Move and Clean Team. If you have any questions, I'm happy to connect. Comment down below, like the video, subscribe if you think I brought some value, and I'll see you in the next one.